A mountain marmot standing upright on a rock behind a fence, squeaking loudly at the people that it could see. At 1.64 miles northwest of Blackcomb Peak, at a place that's named Blackcomb Mountain, which isn't necessarily really what it is. I think it's a brand name. This is in Whistler, British Columbia, and it was recorded in 2015, July 14th, by Instagram user lonegoatsoap, looking north from that GPS location. We scroll down, and we see this. This is a composite of two frames, one at the end and one at the beginning of the video. Here's the fence, and there's the rock the little guy's standing on, squeaking his little heart out at the humans, obviously telling them to get off of his turf. It's a pile of rocks that's able to be seen if you look over the edge of the wood, and the wood has a gouge in the top here, it looks like. Now we'll go to here. Now, if I switch back and forth, you should see this pile of trees over here right to the right of the word Google Maps in the lower part there. And it should line up very closely. I'm going to try to get it as close as possible. And I'm going to zoom this image up over here out one notch and try to get it towards the bottom there again. And see if I got it good enough. I think I did. And you should see that the lake back there, it may not line up perfectly, but it is definitely the lake. I'm sorry, I just tried to drag a picture. But that gives you an idea of where it was. And this is the location the little guy was at. And you can see everything match. So let's zoom out. And this is the location. Little guy was standing on the rocks back here. Now this is severely warped because the AI utility trying to fuse the images together screwed it up. So we're going to go over here to our lower left-hand corner, little map. And we're going to go here to this view that's a Google Street View walker who put it up on a pole, and that's the rock the little guy was standing on, or little girl, could be any. The little tubby one was sitting there and squeaking its little heart out, and it was aiming towards this way, and from the angle it was squeaking at all the people walking by and telling them what's what. And that's at Peak 2 Peak, a location up on there. You can also go back through the dates and times to 2016, which is a year later, just like the previous image we were looking at. And it pulls us back away from it. And you can see over here, that's the big rock. And odds are the little guy was standing not on this post, but on that one over there. So let's go back over to here and take a look down. And we can see that some of the wood has lines in it, some it doesn't. This one has chop marks across it. So they do change things over time. So this was a year later, and it was probably right on top of here, so the person recording it was probably standing right here next to this little clump of plants here, which are visible if you look around. I'm going to switch over to this view here, and we turn around and we can see that the camera operator was probably standing right here next to this small tree, looking towards this hunk of wood here. And again, that's July, literally a year later. And we can see if we zoom in here really tight, see the wood there? Let's just go ahead and try to line that up. It'll be poor, but it'll be close. And yeah, it's very likely the same chunk of wood or very similar. And it was behind it. Now the reason I can say that it was behind it on the stones back there is because that piece of wood isn't actually got a flat surface for a little guy to stand on. So the Screaming Marmot meme, the little guy wasn't sitting on a fence. He was sitting on a boulder behind it and telling everybody, my parking lot. And it's adorable, it's cute, it's wonderful. I'll provide a link to the whole thing down below. I always wanted to find out where this was. And as you can see, this was a year afterwards. I tried to find this before. And the reason I couldn't find it is if we go to the map and zoom the hell out. Keep zooming. The ski and snowboard school at Whistler, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now I'm going to turn off the Google Street View dots. The name of the mountain that's listed is miles away in the lower right here. Blackcomb Peak is over here. And if I do the measure distance and go to Blackcomb Mountain, which is a business name, we get 1.5 miles or more. And again, when we click it, when we get this opening to show us the information on it, if it shows it, it says it's Whistler Blackcomb.com. It's basically a brand naming of a quasi-peak or something. I really don't like it when corporations do that. Anyway, to get to that location, take pretty much any chairlift up to there and you'll be there. That's the default location for pretty much everything. Nothing ever goes to Blackcomb Peak, which is the one that's declared. It's up here. And this is called Blackcomb Mountain. As far as I can tell, this is only treated as being almost just like a business or a ski resort with a certain name attached to it, but not really anything else. But anyway, that's all I've been able to determine over the internet. And if that's incorrect, which I'm pretty sure it has to be incorrect, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, then I blame the internet because it won't provide very clear, actual information. Also, the Google Street View bubbles are always off by over 100 freaking yards. So, yeah, that doesn't help anything either when you're trying to research this. So I don't wish to take the blame for getting the location wrong or not being able to find it the last 8 times I tried to look it up. So this year's the only time I've been able to find it because, I don't know, because someone forgot to falsify the location? I really don't know. Anyway, cute and pudgy. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. You'll need it.